said you need a Lamborghini if you want to be with a high value woman like her.
For you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high value man, you're absolutely wrong, okay? There's nothing high value about making $70,000 a year. You men that think working for the city is high value, it's actually not, okay? It's pathetic. It's sad, all right? I don't want my husband coming home smelling like trash. Yes, we do need people to take the trash out, but don't come to me thinking that that's a high value job. Absolutely not, okay? You guys need to go get some real careers, okay? Become an entrepreneur or something, all right? Own a Lamborghini or something. Like, you guys thinking that you driving around here in a fucking Toyota and thinking that you're a high value man because you work for the fucking post office. You're absolutely wrong. Stop it. All right. You're low value. All right. And if you want a high value woman like me, you need to switch your career path.
This is essentially why dating is just completely cooked, right? We can see that. This is why it's cooked. Right? When you don't understand people's value, you think everything has to be transactional. This is the sort of end result. If you don't have the trappings of wealth, I don't see your value in me. And I don't have to prove, right? I don't have to prove what my value is. You're just supposed to assume that I'm valuable enough for you to do these things to get to the point where you have this, disposable money to buy yourself a $200,000, $300,000 car just because she thinks that's where her value lies. But a lot of this comes down to when we don't really have a great understanding of how we're supposed to interact with each other. We take these ideas, these concepts, right? And it's not that I disagree with high value. I think the other gender sets what's viable for them in terms of the dating market. I mean, this is just market forces. You, the consumer, say, I value this product over that. I value this product over the norm. I want to pay the extra luxury tax, whatever you call it, to have this thing rather than that. That's normal. Men do it, women do it. We just place so much emphasis on women determining what was high value. And regardless of where you get the distinction from or the definition from, the other gender is responsible for setting that. But you never have this expectation that you're just supposed to be given these luxury items because you want them, because you say you showed up and you're worth this. You don't show up to LV, you don't show up to Gucci, you don't show up to any of these places. You don't go to, hey, I should get a Bentley, and they look and your salary is more equivalent for you to be riding one of those scooters around the city. Listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. So trying to do 2 a day. Like and share the video. Hit the hype button, if you like content like this. So look, obviously she's out of pocket, right? I think that's right. She's completely out of pocket, some of the stuff she's talking about, because and it's not just me saying it, right? We all have our preference. We all understand that. You may physically like the way she's shaped. Cool. That's an easy thing. I've said that many and many times. It's very, very easy for us to do the physical attraction. We're very good at that. We're very good at saying, I know how to look like what attracts you. I know what clothes to buy. I know even if I'm going to go under the knife, when I'm going to go to the gym, I know how to attract a man. I know what he physically may like. But the minute you start opening your mouth to reveal more of your character, you start to show why those men that are high value never really seem to end up with women like you. Now we say end up, we mean end up like marriage. Like you put that in front of, your parents, your mother. This is not who you go off and show off about. This is who, you make sure you never see, right, the light of day with. Right? You're almost like, it's almost like dating a vampire. The minute that sun comes up, I cannot be seen with you. Right? Less Blade show up and we got this whole other issue. But my point is, when you try to push, right, delusionally say, if you want me, then you need to have a high value. You need to be high value. Therefore, these jobs aren't it. When it shows more than just you don't understand men in general, or what the value system and structure is, you don't understand how these jobs work, especially major cities. If you think there's police officers not making over 100 grand, like, go to New York City. Just and you don't have to go. You could just Google what the tables look like. Look at what these post office workers are doing. There are quiet millionaires all around you, and these people get there not just through the pension, but New York City police has a pension. Most police forces have a pension, but just in constant investment to 401ks. We don't understand what wealth really looks like. We know the trappings of it. We know what we would like to be seen in. We think this is somehow means this is what we're valued at. This is something that's been bugging me, plaguing me for a while. If I have a Lamborghini and we pull up and you're in the passenger seat, you get to be seen in the Lamborghini, but the minute we're done, so is that Lambo access. So is access to whatever I've allowed you to experience. I'm off to the next one. If that's in the line of work, the line of the game I'm playing. You're interchangeable pieces. You're pawns on a chessboard. You're not even knights, bishops, rooks, nothing. Not queens either. You don't sacrifice a queen to a pawn when it doesn't lead to a setup to win the game. And maybe chess isn't your thing. It should be, but maybe chess isn't your thing. But if you're just looking at it from an economic point of view, there's no intrinsic extra value for being with you. If I'm seen around town with you, I'm seen around town in my Lambo. Not so much, okay, who was in it? Because that could be Tuesday night. Thursday could be someone different. If you're attracted to the trappings of it, and that is the biggest thing that moves you off your position. By off your position, I mean now you want to date and want to engage with that man. Then all he has to do is parade that. All he has to do is get that. Unfortunately, we have a lot of us in our community, a lot of men, right? To put this on our community as men, who see this, who take that messaging and say, okay, I got to get a Lambo. Right? You go to Miami, you see all the platitudes, the phoniness in there. I'm going to have these things so I can look like I made it, like I'm the man. Therefore, I can get the attention that I'm really desiring. When you get to that high value station, when you get to that real high value, right? And those that aren't just about how much I can front. It's about what you can actually do. Do you impact other people's lives? And I get it. Again, high value is going to be set by the market, by what women are looking for. But when you get to those stages where men can do these things and understand why they don't, because they don't want to attract riffraff. They don't want to attract people that are going to be liabilities to them. You want to enjoy the trappings of your hard work, right? We're never going to tell someone, you can get a Lambo, don't get it. So just get it the right way. Get it where an asset is paying for it. Get it where after everything else under the sun has been paid for. You get it in your own time, in your own methodology that makes sense. And then you be exacting who you let in that card with you. Because for whatever reason, we understand the reason. When we put someone's emphasis on just a transaction, just the trappings of it, we forget all the important things that make or break relationships. There's no character in there. I've simply demonstrated that I have the wherewithal or the know-how, or I'm willing to pay $4,500 a month to impress someone who couldn't do the same thing, but is very comfortable calling themselves high value. Again, this is the thing that's going to be set by the market. And the market, if we're not just talking about who was dating whom, because all these pieces become completely interchangeable. Who you're dating on Tuesday versus who you're going to go out with Friday. He's got a Lambo. He's got an Aston Martin. He's got an Audi. That's not important. We're talking about the people that have access to it, who can take it, who can drive it, who's on the insurance, right? Who's on the deed to the house, who's partners in business, who's on insurance. People that you decide I'm going to live my life for and with. This is not it. But if you simply want to be attracted to, right, a Lamborghini and think that gives me access to you and your body, yeah, you can just rent one, right? You can just rent one, and then what happens? You have more content with women saying like, yo, he lied to me. Oh, you made it easy. You made it very easy. And if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see videos on your screen right now, take a look at those. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. Naturally, if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed. I think you should. I'm trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.